Hi, Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Ascendant. This is Dane, and I'm going to be doing your December 1st to the 15th, 2023 reading for you. Now, I ask if this reading resonates with you. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It helps me out tremendously, so thank you so very much for doing so. And if you're interested to enter to receive a free reading from me, put a snowman in the comment box. A person will be chosen at random at the end of the month and announced in a completely separate video. It will be its own video, so do not be scammed by anybody contacting you, pretending to be me, saying hooray. It will not be me. It will be through a separate video, and then there will be instructions there. So good luck to everyone. If you're interested in a private reading, a private personalized meditation, or a healing, check out my website, daneharttarot.com. It is listed in the description box below, as are all the cards that we are using. Now, before we begin this reading, let us clear the energy space, raising our own energy vibration and releasing any negativity. This cleanse and meditation will be accompanied by a loud sound. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. Releasing all negativity from the body like storm clouds, letting yourself feel calm, centered, and at peace as we enter into this safe and loving space. All right, Cancer, let's see what the tarot has to say. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels and spirit guides. We have the King of Wands reversed. We have the Two of Pentacles reversed. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. We have the Knight of Swords reversed. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. And then we have the Ace of Pentacles, the World, and we have Balance, which is, what is Balance? Here, Temperance, that's it. All right, so we have Sagittarius energy also coming forward. So we have a lot of people showing up. We have the Wands, which is fire sign energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. We then have the Knight of Swords. So that's air sign energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. These are both reversed. So if we have fire sign energy in our chart or air sign energy in our chart, or are born on the cusp with either Gemini or Leo, this can be a challenging time for us. We can find this energy to be intrusive, a little bit overpowering. And if we have Sagittarius energy in our chart, this is going to be very good. We're going to find that this part of our personality helps lead us forward, brings comfort, kind of balances, harmonizes things in a way that we're really looking for during this time. So let's see what Spirit has to say. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels and spirit guides. So we have two, and they're both reversed. We have create and we have blessed. So it's almost like Spirit just said, create your own blessing during this time. This is going to be a time where we can find it hard to create, hard to cultivate, hard to really step into the creative energy that's so important for us. It is so important for us as water sign energy to step into our creativity. So carving out time for that creativity is going to be very, 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 very important. Balance coming in, blessed coming in, is there's a feeling of not being balanced. Even though we have balanced energy coming in quite strongly here and quite beautifully, there is a sense of, how am I blessed? Like, how do I move forward in blessing? I don't feel balanced. I feel like something is out of harmony. It's making me feel like I'm not blessed. It's making me feel overwhelmed. And if we can say to ourselves at times, just being brutally honest, I don't feel blessed. I feel overwhelmed. I feel chaotic. I feel a lot. And kind of breaking that down for ourselves, that can be highly beneficial, absolutely beneficial. And we can see the blockages in our life where it's it's stunting our creativity, or it's stunting us from opening up the door that we want to, because we're not feeling blessed. We're not feeling connected. We're feeling overwhelmed. So acknowledging this, if this is a big overwhelmed or a small overwhelmed, it doesn't really matter. It's where we are right now, and it all depends on your individual journey. So let's see what Spirit has to say through our chakras. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. This is family. This is the root chakra. Now, this can mean gathering with family for us will be highly beneficial and highly, like regenerative. But for those of us who are sitting there and saying, that's not me, it doesn't resonate that way. This is also saying at the root of you, looking at what you have been through in your life, your family, traumas, joys, hurts, pains, disappointments, excitements, blessings, and saying, this is me, and taking in that energy and just sitting in that story of our life, which we don't really think of as a story. We think, well, this is just my existence. But Spirit is saying here, sit in the story of your life, sit in the power of your ancestry, and embracing you, because family is what makes us up. That's like our foundation. And then we can change that foundation. We can, plow it down. We can rebuild over it. Or we can sit there and say, okay, this is what family means to me, either the family I was born into or the family I've created. And this is how I'm moving forward. Or the family that, has raised me. This is how I'm moving forward. And that's going to be a very powerful thing, that connection. It moves us then to the energy we need to be mindful of during this time. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels and spirit guides. So we have two right here. We have the 8 of Swords and we have the 3 of Pentacles. The 3 of Pentacles is saying, okay, so maybe right now, not the best time to be a team player. Or it's, okay, I'll do my task, you do your task, and we'll come together and we'll work it out. Because during this time, we can see people taking advantage, and we don't really need that. We just don't need that energy at all. So being mindful of it, being aware of it, that's going to be super beneficial. Also being mindful that we have a tendency to get in our own heads. We have a tendency to overthink, to overanalyze, to kind of really weigh ourselves down with just feeling trapped, feeling like I can't. That's going to be a very important thing. The 8 of Swords is a cage of our own making. It's the cage of our mind. And that is a powerful thing to acknowledge. We might sit there and say, it's not my own making. It can be a chemical imbalance. It can be, everything that's going on. But just knowing that our mind is making us feel like we're trapped, and we'll never not be trapped. And that's not the case. There's beauty to you. There's freedom to you. What the 8 of Swords has to do is realize that even though we were told, okay, if you move, the swords will cut you. If she moves, the swords won't cut her. But she can't see. So she can't acknowledge that. She can't see that. It has to be almost a leap of faith first. And then it's like, oh, then the freedom comes. So that's going to be a very important thing. So we have the astrology from the 1st of December to the 15th of December. And let me know if you want me to do the phases of the moon. If I incorporated that into this reading, this would just be so long that it would be ridiculous. So let me know if you would like that for either the next half of December or for January. I don't know when it will be incorporated in, but if you're interested, again, leave that in the comment box. I love hearing from you guys. So what we have happening astrologically begins on the 3rd of December. We have Venus in Libra squared Pluto in Capricorn. And this is telling us, don't let things overwhelm you. It'll be very easy to be overwhelmed. It will be very easy to take things out on other people. And we can see that with the King of Wands reversed. The King of Wands reverse is a bit of a temper showing up, right? It is a sense of a fire, of determination, of focus, but we can have an energy either in ourselves, which we will, and either we let it out, or it kind of like, gives us an upset stomach, or we acknowledge, okay, there's chaos here. There can be somebody who causes the chaos, but there is also a sense of, all right, I'm feeling, it's like I'm feeling angry, and just saying, I feel angry. I feel overwhelmed. I want to move in so many different directions. We can have a lot of our passions coming forward, a lot of things that we want to achieve and be seen as being powerful and prosperous at, and yet we're not letting ourselves create. So we're not letting ourselves fully step into what we want, but we're really going to be not worried about, but really, it's going to be easy to slip into the role of the ego. It's going to be so easy to slip in the role of the ego and say, you can always have a bigger house, you can always have fancier clothes, you can always have a better car, let's get with it and let's get on that gravy train. Instead of saying, I'm content, I'm content where I am. Slowing things down, turning inwards on the 3rd of December is going to be just so important for us that it can be a game changer. But just knowing that this energy is here, it's crowning things. We can have somebody in our life who's either a fire sign energy, an Aries, a Leo, a Sagittarius, or somebody who is just fiery. Like they have a bit of a temper on them. They can fly off the handle very easily. But this, again, can also be part of our personality that we need to be aware of. Not shun it, not, let it take over, but to sit there and say, okay, I see you. I see you. Just kind of like you see a child when they're having a temper tantrum. I see you, but you don't get to be in control. Like you don't get to be calling the shots right now because you're not getting another scoop of ice cream, type of thing. It's being kind to yourself. It's being respectful to yourself, but it's also saying, okay, let's put things into perspective. On the 4th of December, we have Venus enters into Scorpio. And this is a very passionate time for us. This is a great time of strengthening relationships. And it really, it is also a time where we're really looking at things. And if we think that people are frivolous, if we think that people aren't, kind of pulling their weight, we can get really annoyed at them. So being aware of that during this time is going to be very important for us. So connecting with, all right, I'm turning inward. I'm looking at what I want. I'm connecting with people I love. This really brings out the Knight of Swords energy, that frivolousness that bothers us, that sense of, it has to have a purpose. So with the Knight of Swords, this is energy that turns from being the hero of our story to being any movement forward is good movement, is like this restless kind of caged tiger energy is what I'm seeing here. And so Spirit is saying, be mindful about that, because we can be very passionate during this time. But if we're also not acknowledging of ourselves, of the way that we need to move forward for us, of what we want, of what, we desire within our lives, which sounds very us-centric, but our life is very us-centric. We will take care of the people who are important to us or things that are important to us. And we will find it very frustrating with those that we think is just excess, like just background noise. And knowing here that we can have a speed to things, we can have a sharpness to our being, to our countenance, that doesn't convey the love that we have, doesn't convey the warmth that guides us forward. With the Knight of Swords also, we can have air sign energy, or people who have a lot of this in their chart. This is Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, but no, not Leo. That's fire sign energy. This is Gemini, Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. There we go. Energy that it's like, okay, they just want to move forward. They can be very sharp. They can be very to the point. They can be rather caustic or cutting at things. So just be aware of this energy. It can either be in ourselves, it most likely is, but we can also see it then outwardly and find it very, very affronting. On the 5th of December, Venus is in Scorpio, trine Saturn in Pisces. And we are very committed to those who are close to us. And we're really wanting to show everybody that they're valued. And it's really interesting here because we have the Two of Pentacles, the Two of Gifts. And here he's holding all these gifts. It's like, I want to celebrate. I want to make everything shine. I want to make everything perfect is what I keep on hearing. And Spirit is saying here, Cancer, showing up and being present and conveying love, that will bring perfection forward. Be mindful here that you're going to try and bite off more than you can chew. And that can be just very overwhelming because you'll start to see certain things slip, and then because you'll get frustrated there, you'll start to make more slip ups, or you'll start not to be able to balance everything, or you'll overcommit yourself because you're being a nice, good person, and then things will start to kind of crumble, to become way too intense. So just being aware to take it slow. Don't bite off more than you can chew during this time. The first half of December, even though we want to, it's holiday season. I need to get everything done. I need to have everything be the very best. Sometimes simple is going to be better. And just acknowledging that energy and moving forward in that energy is going to be super important for us. On the 6th of December, Neptune goes direct. So Neptune has been in retrograde, and that has brought this fogginess around everybody. So what we're going to see as Neptune comes out of retrograde, as the retrograde ends, the fogginess lifts, and we become much more clear-sighted. There's a clarity, there's a motivation, there's a sense of like with the Ace of Pentacles, prosperity, abundance coming forward. It's almost like, oh, I can do that. Oh, I can put that together. Oh, I got that. There's a clarity to it. There's just an insight to it. And with the Ace of Pentacles, this is a gift from God, Source, Spirit, however you see the divine, the universe, of how I'm putting, like, of seeds being planted, how I'm putting things together. These are the passions that were planted within us before we even came down to this earth. So we are embracing our power. We are embracing what we desire. This is money, or what we value as much as money. We can start seeing, new business opportunities opening up to us, like new ideas. I can branch out here. I can do that. I can open up this door. I can apply here. I can, connect this way, but it's going to be, I can spread my wings and I can see myself flying forward. And that's the Ace of Pentacles that's coming to us. It's those seeds of greatness being planted within us. It's that sense of bounty guiding us to so much more. And it moves us then to the 7th of December, which is when Mercury in Capricorn is trine Jupiter in Taurus. And this is act on the big ideas that are coming your way. You can see opportunities, more clearly. You can see things emerging. And that's also with the world opening to us. We can start to see more. It's almost like, oh, I'm stepping into the world. There's more here than a closed door. There's more here than doubts and fears and feeling overwhelmed and questioning myself as I want to move forward. So here with the world, there's more. It's like there's more, and we didn't expect there to be more. We expected things, as much as we want things to be bigger and bolder and better, and we can get caught up in the materialism of it all. But stepping into the world, and it's like almost by closing certain doors, we're opening up so many more, and we're saying to ourselves, but I can move forward this way. I can embrace this success. I can do this. And what felt overwhelming or scary is now going to be like, oh, but I can. I got this. And it brings us then to the 9th of December, when Venus in Scorpio is opposite Jupiter in Taurus. And this is just a lazy day. So give yourself a break. Let yourself, kind of calmly settle in to your energy. Be kind to yourself, because you need to take it slow. If you try to push on this day, the negative energies that come forward, the Knight of Swords and the King of Wands, that will make things almost unbearable. It really will. It will be, I have to get everything done. Everything has to be done at this lightning fast speed. Both of these signs move very, very quickly. We're going to think the more I can do, the better I can do. But that Two of Pentacles energy comes into play. It's like, I can't balance it, right? That Two of Pentacles energy reverse. It's like things can't be balanced. I can't move that fast. I need to slow it down. I need to say what really matters during this time. And we're going to be surprised with the answer that Spirit gives us. What really matters to me during this time. And then embracing that energy, moving forward in that energy, and being just really real with ourselves is going to be a game changer. On the 10th of December, the moon is in Scorpio, trine Neptune in Pisces. Your intuition is on point, and you can really align yourself with your purpose. And that's where balance comes into play. It's the glasses being poured from one to the other. Here, it's the clocks kind of coming together. Things make sense. All of a sudden, just like with Neptune going direct, all of a sudden it's like, oh, I see the bigger picture. The fogginess, it lifts. And with balance coming into play, it's like, oh, but this is what I want. This is what I need. This is what's important to me. We're looking at things and we're looking towards harmony. We're actually going to find that things that don't energetically, like, aren't on the same energetic vibrational wave with us, or aren't where we want to be, they start to become rather repellent to us. So being aware of this during this time and showing yourself grace, like, oh, I don't like hanging out with that person the way I once did, or, oh, what I once really wanted or I thought was so important, it doesn't have the same meaning to it anymore. And acknowledging that is going to be a super important thing. It's going to be a very powerful thing for us. On the 11th of December, Mercury is in Capricorn, sextile Venus in Scorpio. And dealing with people, it becomes easier today. Like, this is a day on the 11th of December to go out, embrace that world card, go out into the world, connect, look at things differently, open up the door. We're going to find that we really can connect with the world. We really can connect with people. There's a sense of almost feeling like, oh, it's a lucky star type of day. And also during this time, we are working on different ways of communicating. We're working on different ways of utilizing our gifts, utilizing what we want, planting our seeds of prosperity, seeing the door open for us. On the 12th of December, we have the new moon in Sagittarius, which there will be a separate video on. On the 13th of December, we have Mercury in retrograde, and there will be a separate video on that as well. And then finally, on the 14th of December, we have the moon in Capricorn, trine Uranus in Taurus. And this has us having a different approach to life. We're looking at things differently. We're seeing those gifts that are being handed to us during this time that we're utilizing, that we're moving forward in, and we're saying, I can do this. I can move forward the way that I want to, or there's more here than I originally thought, or what I was focusing on before, that isn't where I'm stuck forever. And doors start to open, the world starts to open to us. And it's like, oh, this is the place. Again, it doesn't have to be the fancy cars and the big houses and, the designer clothes. This is what I need for me. This is what makes my heart sing. And instead of saying, oh, that's silly, I'm going to go for everybody else's praise, it's like, I'm going to go for my soul praising me. And that's going to be the best gift of all. And it brings us then to an opening up to the unconventional, to an opening up the door and saying, yeah, I can. Yeah, I can move forward this way. Yeah, I can go after what I want. Yeah, I have this. And there's a knowledge, and there's a passion, and there's a determination that leads us forward in the most exquisite way. Our subconscious spirit message is rejoice. It is time to call forward the joy. It is. Not just because it's the holiday season, but because it's going to be in our hearts. Like Spirit is saying to us subconsciously, we just need, like, if you want to dance, dance. If you want to start singing, start singing. Let that joy bubble around you. You can have the perfect excuse because it is the holidays to let the joy come forward and to just be like, oh, I'm in the holiday spirit. But what people aren't going to see is this is your spirit shining forward. It's joy, it's happiness, it's vibrancy, it's beauty just exuding from you, and absolutely embracing it. It moves us then to our subconscious chakra message, which is peace. This is the crown chakra. Crown yourself with peace. Do a simple visualization. Take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you, and see a beautiful velvet box being placed before you. Reverently, gently unwrap that box, open it up, and you will see the most beautiful, exquisite crown. You reach into the box, you pick up that crown, and you place it upon your head. It is a crown of peace. It is a crown of determination. It is a crown of focus. It is a crown of knowing. You have crowned yourself with peace, and that peace opens up doors that chaos will never open. And you embrace that peace, and you embrace that power, which may not be the same as the power that everybody, goes for today, but it is the power of the soul, and that makes you unstoppable. People won't understand why you shine. People won't understand how you can get so much done or how you are so successful, because you're crowned with the power of peace. It moves us then to our subconscious energy to be mindful of, and this is the Hierophant. All right, during this time, be mindful with the energy reversed, right? The Hierophant reversed. This is Taurus energy. We could be having a bad relationship with a Taurus subconsciously, and that can come forward consciously. We also don't want to be told what to do. We can also be very drawn to being rebellious just simply for the sake of rebellion. So be aware of that as well during this time. There is a sense here of wanting to find your own space. It's almost like you want to reinvent the wheel. You don't want to use a wheel anymore, right? You want to find something different. It's not saying, oh, okay, let's make the wheel out of something different. I want to find something different. I want to explore. I want to go after. Be mindful about that, because we can be so caught up with the novelty of something that we don't look at the quality of it, or even like, is this right for me? Is this making me happy type of energy? Our subconscious tarot message is the Three of Cups. Subconsciously, what we really, really want during this time is to sit with those who celebrate us, who we celebrate, and embrace good cheer. embrace happiness, embrace success, have our glasses raised and say, I celebrate. I celebrate and I show up. Just holding sacred space, connecting with those that we truly love, that is going to be one of the most beautiful things we can do for ourselves, which seems so intuitive with the holiday season, but it can also be something where we get so caught up in making everything perfect that we forget to step back and fully enjoy. And fully enjoying is going to be the most beautiful thing that we can do during this time for us. It doesn't have to be so perfect, okay? Just have fun. Just know that during this time, it doesn't have to be so perfect. Just have fun. All right. All right, Cancer. I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. May harmony always be with you. I'm sending loving, healing energy to each and every one of you. I love you all and stay safe. Let's end this reading with a meditation, a clearing away of negative energy, a raising of our positive energy as we embrace the power, intensity, and beauty of this time and of ourselves. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. May you move forward in peace and in harmony, Cancer. May blessings and prosperity always be with you. I love you all. God bless. Bye.